All right, guys. This may piss some people off. Whatever. Some diets are better than others. Okay? It's just a fact. No diet is owned by anybody. I'm never going to say that my way of eating is better than anyone else's way of eating. Okay? I am going to say that there are some principles in nutrition and some principles in human physiology that predetermine what works best for most people. Okay? And that if you're following your health as the goal, if you're following a path towards better health, you will probably end up at the same place as most other people. And that place is based off of three things, which you've heard me talk about before. Nutrient density. You want nutrients as much as possible. You want food that your body is easily going to digest and use those nutrients. You want it needs to be bioavailable. And you want food that's going to keep you full faster and keep you full longer. Okay, so you're not overeating. Those are the three guidelines. Okay, if you look at the huge body of information and evidence, okay, starting with historical evolutionary evidence, we know that certain foods is what civilization is based on, right? Was built on. We were built on eating animals as our primary source of food. Okay, we know that all-cause mortality 200, 300 years ago was very different than it is today, right? 200, 300 years ago, all-cause mortality was primarily accidents and viruses, infections, okay? Those types of things. That's where people were dying. Today, the majority of people are dying because of metabolic disease, what their bodies are not able to do or are doing improperly because of the foods that they're eating. Okay? The major change in those 200, 300 years, processed foods and industry. Okay? A departure from meat and a gravitation towards plant-based foods. Fact. It's not something that you can argue. It is what it is. Okay? Thirdly, current up-to-date scientific data is more and more validating that we do not need to ingest the amount of carbs that we currently do, and that we should be moving to a fat and animal meat based nutrition lifestyle. It's more every day another study comes out that extols the benefits of being ketogenic, of being animal based, and the damage that plants are doing to the human body. Every day something new comes out. And then fourthly, it's where people are going because it works. Okay? I don't know a single person who was all meat for more than a couple years who didn't eventually go, crap, my body's falling apart, okay, and I need to start doing meat. I take that back. I know one person, but he's got an issue. He actually has a biological issue with eating meat, so he can't, okay? I don't know anybody else besides him that has lasted for a long period of time and has not eventually started eating meat. I don't know anybody who went just whole foods, including tons of vegetables, that hasn't eventually migrated to a higher percentage of meat and less vegetables, right? The traditional, like you talk to the traditional carnivore person like me who just eats meat or eggs, things like that, animal-based food, and most of them, like me, started out, let's just go whole foods. I'm going to cut out processed foods. I'm going to cut out processed sugar, all that kind of stuff. That's great. I got healthier. My body composition got better. Things got better. But I wasn't where I really wanted to be. So then, okay, let me cut out some all carbs, right? All starchy carbs. I'll still eat veggies and that kind of stuff. Got a little bit better. And then till eventually you work through the paleo, the Whole30 kind of thing, the paleo thing, the keto thing, and then you get to where you just say screw veggies altogether, and things get amazing. Okay? That doesn't mean everyone needs to get that far, but that is usually the progression because that's where people feel the best. Okay? The actual evidence of people changing their lives is pointing to more meat, less veggies. Fact. Can't change it. Okay? If you were to look at the amount of information that the vegan community is putting out there and how hard people are battling for vegan, right? For all of whatever reasons, we want to get into that. And you realize that only 2% of the population is vegan, right? That only 2% of the people in the world actually don't eat meat, and that 80% or more of them eventually go back to eating meat. 2% of the population is vegan. 80% or more of them within a couple of years go back to eating meat. What does that tell you? Okay? There is no scientific or real life data or evidence that shows that's where we need to be. Okay? Sorry, it just isn't. Okay? If you want to do it for a while and it works for you, fan-freaking-tastic. Have a blast. Okay? Just understand you probably aren't going to do it for the rest of your life. All right. And that's okay too. Right. I talked about this on a recent podcast or a recent video on YouTube with someone with Lone Star Keto. And, you know, we talked about do what works for you right now, because that's going to change. It's going to change. I guarantee you. Okay. For me, I went carnivore 2.5 years ago. Okay. I have not regularly consumed carbs. I don't eat veggies. I haven't had a veggie in, I don't know, I think the last veggie I had, gosh, I can't even remember. Can't even remember when the last vegetable I ate was. Okay. It works for me. It's been working for me. I've made transitions within that. I've gone low protein. I've gone high protein. I've gone low fat. I've gone high fat. I'm currently I'm moderate fat, moderate protein right now. Right. I'm kind of doing more intuitive. I'm playing around with intuitive eating. I'm not measuring. I'm just kind of just going with what works, and I'm having a blast, right? Everything is fantastic. Okay. It's not my diet. I don't own the carnivore diet. No one owns the keto diet. No one owns whole food. No one owns vegan. Okay. I am not emotionally attached to my diet. I am emotionally attached, and I am passionate about helping people do what's best for them. Okay. And as a professional fitness and health coach, as someone who's made it their life's mission to help people get healthy and who's done years of research in all of these things, okay, it is my determination that going to a meat-based nutrition lifestyle is the optimal and species-appropriate diet for humans. And that if you do that, you will realize your full potential for health. Okay? It's not because it's my diet. I didn't come up with the damn thing. Okay? 1863, the letter on corpulence, right, to the public by Sir Hastings or something like that. I forget Sir Hastings something. Sir Edward Hastings, maybe. I forget his full name. Right? 1863, 157 years ago. Okay? The first diet book ever written was written on the ketogenic diet. How to live a ketogenic lifestyle. The first diet book ever written. Okay? This isn't mine. It's not a fad. Okay? This is stuff that works. People are doing it to change their lives. Okay? And they're doing it to change their lives for a long period, sustainable time, and able to maintain a quality of life that is what most people in this country have never experienced. Okay? So just remember, guys, it really is not about what diet is better. Okay? Number one, it's about what are you going to do to improve your health? And if you keep working that process to improve your health, I guarantee you that over time, you will look at what you're eating and go, oh crap, I'm keto. Oh crap, I'm carnivore. And you didn't even know it.